to a Josh Dover Joe. There's no this way one in a while, but this is something that I do need to talk about, and it is football and this related. So today we'll be talking about Manchester City and how players, fans, and football teams from Premier League and other leagues have retaliated to their treble. Now we are week 9 into this season, and City lost twice because of a red card to Rodri, which we aren't happy about. So we'll get the season out the way with first, and then move on to last season. And people saying City are gonna lose, they're gonna do that. They have just broken a record from their rivals, Manchester United, over home game wins. Yes, they may win away, but that is to be expected. If you play away, you're most likely going to lose than be at home. So 21 consecutive home wins is just incredible. And City are the first team to do that, and the first team to walk away with 2 trebles, 1 domestic, 1 international. And for a team to be in the 3rd division of football, being told by the likes of Sir Alex Ferguson, saying that they would never be top dogs of England and Europe, this just shows. Sorry about this. This just shows. This just shows Pep's courage and determination to this fantastic team. He said beginning of last season, when they were losing over and over again, if you don't carry on, I'm going. And what happened? They performed, and City overtook Arsenal after their loss to 1. Overtook Arsenal in points, were really up Arsenal's rear end, excuse the pun, all season. And then the second they lost to Notts Forest, Arsenal, City were on top of them, and they just ran out of games, Arsenal, and City won it 3 years in a row. The 3rd team to do this, and they are quickly approaching their historical trophy markers, teams like Liverpool and United. Both those teams are gaining up on the same trophy counts, and City are fast approaching their goals. And to say this Etihad City have no fans, the Etihad should change name to the Emptyhad. This is coming from football teams that are not performing as well as they can. United away losing 7-0. To me, if I was a United manager and that happened, that squad would be completely different on the next match. For the likes of, in the FA Cup final, United, within 5th, after the first whistle was blown for the first half, were all over the place, not knowing where to be and all that. And then in the first minute, they conceded the first goal to City. And to me, that those players did not give a damn about their club. They should wear their shirts on that pitch with pride to show that they are Manchester United. And for me, that I never saw that. And Tottenham Hotspur going around saying City is shit and all that. First off, your trophy cabinet, the only thing's in its dust, man. And they're coming after City because they are playing the rules, they are playing the game correctly, and that's what's the downfall for other teams. They are trying to show off and say that City aren't doing this. Alright, they had 115 charges against them. These were dropped, but in a matter of time, apparently, it doesn't matter because it cheats. It does, in fact, matter. And for a team that are in the 3rd division to go on 10 years later and walk away with a treble, is just incredible. Winning, they've becoming the only team in the entirety of England to win their first Champions League in a treble run. Having 3 consecutive Premier League wins after 3 seasons on the run, and winning a treble above that, on top of that as well. To say that football team is SHIT isn't gonna push it. Yes, you're a fan of a rival team. Yes, you're gonna be angry, but you should. If I was going, I would never say, like, I would, it's like jokingly to mates, but from like fans and other teams saying that this team is terrible, you should do something about it. If I was like the manager of like a team and they weren't winning, the thing is, if your team is, the only aim in the entire Premier League is to win it, and if you're not winning it, you need to revive. You need to step back over the summer break and get ready for the next season and be the best as you can be. Winning 6 games on the run is an incredible start. We lost twice, but again, we've bounced back after those 2 losses, and we are back on top, and we should remain there. Like Pep Guardiola in Istanbul calling out the likes of Marcus Rashford, all those, and basically saying, you're not good enough. You should do something about it. You should take in what that rival manager has said from Manchester United, and you should do something about it to prove him wrong. But United don't care, basically, and I think the love of what was an incredible football club has literally just gone out the window. And to me, with Derby Day fast approaching on Sunday, something needs to be done to that club. Otherwise, I'm sorry to say this, but you could end up going down. And like, for United to go down is a terrible thought to think about. It has happened. It's happened to City. It's happened to Liverpool. All the big 6 have once been relegated and have bounced back from it, which I do applaud and I do congratulate. But you need to understand that what City have done is historical, and you should be proud for them. Coming back being in like the 3rd division, United only were relegated for a season, but again they bounced back, and after that season they were back in the Premier League, and I think they won it, or they came close. They were brilliant on that return season. Manchester United, Sir Alex Ferguson changed United, and I think being at if I was Sir Alex Ferguson, I'll be ashamed of United with the way their players are treating the game, conceiving a very important game for City, but which has meant their goal was just try and stop them from winning a treble, which is understandable, but still, with the way they were just like, not even like, from it looks like, not even caring about the game, is just heartbreaking. If you're protesting saying, oh, Glazer's out, whatever, it shouldn't come down to that. You should, over like international breaks, you should sit down and just absolutely rethink the starting at the XI, and then just coming back onto your next game being on top of it. And that's what City did. They came back up through the leagues, and then just like that, they were back on top, winning the Premier League, bouncing around the top of it a bit, and then winning it, and then for Liverpool to win a year later, winning the double, which again is an incredible milestone. And then a year later, City won it, The year after, City won it. The year after that, City won it with 7 FA Cups, 1 Champions League, 1 Super Cup, and 5 league titles in 7 years. How being just hearing that words, you should feel proud for what they have done. To go around saying that this team isn't good is great. That's saying that other teams are better. You're only doing it. If you're gonna say that, then you think you're doing it for attention, because City are playing the game by the rules. They are doing exactly what needs to be done. Yes, they spent 1.8 billion, but Chelsea have spent loads, have done the same. United done the same, despite racking up a load of debts. They just turned down an unbelievably good offer to change that club, to extend the stadium, and to clear off their troubles, and turned it down. To me, that just shows they don't give a flying monkeys about that club, management there. So that needs to be changed, and that is also the reason. And even the management of United pulled out of the Euros 2028, saying we don't want it. For me, if you're going to host those games, you need to show off your stadium like there's no tomorrow. Like City are expanding their stadium from 55,000 to 61,000. That is because they sell out. City do sell out. They have sold out on all Premier League matches this season, and it's only 9 weeks in. That is saying something. Also saying that the Etihad is a thing. It is not. This stadium holds has seen more trophies in the last decade than any other Premier League club. And just seeing these seeing like the Old Trafford and the way they take you on the tours and saying this and that. I understand it because it's a rival, but there needs to be a line, because they just take things way too far, and they need to understand that City are a brilliant team. And if you are a City fan, you will feel the same. People saying to you, bet yeah, if you're a City fan watching this, you've probably seen people from other teams going, oh yeah, your team's not great and all that. Trying to be PG, guys. Yeah. But to me, saying that other teams, City are favourites to win all 3 games, all 3 leagues this season. And you should feel proud when you see this bus driving around your team, knowing if you see this bus in Manchester, you should feel proud that these are here, that they are here. Because it's Manchester City. Manchester is a city, and for me, to saying that City is the only city in the Premier League, which it is. And I know this shirt looks a bit dodgy, but it's literally can't believe everything's backwards. But and when you look down and you just see, I might do. But when you look, they're trying to revive the stadium. They should have, Old Trafford, United should have taken up that offer, because he could have funded the extension, he could have cleared the debts, he could have done all this, and yet they turned it down. And City, well, they're not in any troubles no more. All their troubles got dropped after there is stuff about it, and they were dropped. And I'm very proud of what City have achieved, and you should be accepting that what City are doing are playing the game. And if your team is getting called out by rival managers, you need to do something about it. And Arsenal winning an FA Cup, yet they haven't won a Champions League. they're still in Europe. That is still a huge achievement. Just winning the league or winning the whatever is just the tip of the iceberg. But just getting into Europe is an incredible achievement. And if you are in Europe this season, congratulations to you, because you know it's not hard. You know it's a very hard task, and you should be very proud of yourselves. Even if it is the Conference League, if it is Europa League, even though Liverpool should be in the Champions League, they are still in Europe, and to me, that is an achievement that Liverpool fans should be proud of. It's not the top league in Europe, but it is still a European league. You should be proud of that. You should be proud of your club, and you should wear your shirts with pride, even if they are fake from Turkey or whatever. This isn't, by the way, guys. I will literally prove it to you right now when I find the label. This isn't this. Oh, that's the. This is this is real. This, guys. Because even though they sell stuff, they're only selling stuff to promote it, and you should do. And if you are a City fan, you should love City. Like, this is our City, and City are winning it year after year. And if they win it this year, they have made even more history than any other team winning it. 4 consecutive wins in a row. The Etihad only get that name because of people of like season pass holders not turning up to matches, only turning up to the big matches. Like, I went to the Red Star Belgrade match, and that was a sellout. Apart from the first block on the family stand on the 3rd tier above the away fans, because obviously of, you know, home fans dropping stuff, throwing stuff over the things and stuff. And like, that side is understandable, but every other seat was taken. Like, it was a sellout, that stadium, and it was a brilliant match. City weren't up to their potential standards in that first half, getting lots of good views of Pep Guardiola's shiny bald head, and then they conceived 1 goal, and then on the second half they walked away 3 goals to 1. And to me, that bounce back after that first half is something to be proud of. Like, City are just an incredible football team. They aren't. They don't play. Sometimes they don't play their game. But normally, in the modern world, City are the best team in Europe. And as of now, being the FIFA, the Club World Cup, and people saying that their teams are going to be in it, and if saying that your teams are going to win it, and that realising that there's a couple of hurdles you need to get over. First off, you need to, if you're watching this from another team and you're supporting another club and you're saying your team's going to win this, well, you need to first off win your League Cup, win the Champions League, and then once you've won the Champions League, you'll represent your country and Europe in the Club World Cup, and that's what Manchester City will be doing, and will be facing off 3 other unknown teams in the semi-finals in December. Hence why we kind of gave up on the Carabao Cup, I should say, because they would have had to postpone the matches, and given the fact the Treble lifts in February, they just didn't have the gameplay and enough time to fit in the matches, and also fly off to Jeddah as well. So City won't be here for it, and hence why they weren't gonna do that, and hence why we sort of lost the quadruple, and sort of not because the FIFA and like the quadruple is still in play. So that's it. So to get out of this video, is to not say City are awful, because they're really not, as I've just said. History makers in Istanbul, treble winners, 3 times in a row. History makers constantly, as we saw this weekend against our home match as we welcomed Brighton Hove Albion, and City came through and sealed history once again for our fantastic club. Wear your shirts with pride. Show your appreciation for your team, and maybe they could put in the effort and turn your club around, and maybe one day you could be lifting those 3 trophies in the same season like City and United have. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Good night.